Hello beautiful guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Garden Land. In previous video I discussed different types of garden. So in this video I will be taking a deep dive to history of gardening, where actually the gardening is came from, what is history and what's the actually events that happened that evolved gardening. So let's get started. The early history of gardening is largely entangled with the history of agriculture, with gardens that were mainly ornamental, generally preserved of elite until quite recent times. Smaller gardens generally had been kitchen garden as their first priority, as it is still often the case. The broad traditions that have dominated gardening since ancient time include those of ancient Near East, which became Islamic garden, the Mediterranean, which produced the Roman garden, hugely influenced later European garden and Chinese garden, and it is a development in Japanese garden, while the basic garden technique were fairly well understood by trial and error from early on. The plants available in particular location have changed enormously, especially in recent century. Many new groups of plants have been introduced from other parts of the world, and the ornamental plants now used are mostly cultivator breed to improve qualities such as color, length of flower, size, and hardness. In Europe, garden design in the Renaissance was dominated by Italian garden in Renaissance, which developed into French formal garden dominating Baroque period. Both were formal style attempting to impose architectural principle on garden. In 18th century, the English landscape garden developed apparently informal and natural, but requiring very large space, and by the end of century dominated all Europe and large just new garden. Gardening may be considered as aesthetic expressions of beauty through art and nature, and display taste or style in civilized life, and an expression of individual or culture's philosophy, and sometimes as a display of private status or national pride in private and public landscape. So let's talk about the introduction. The enclosure of outdoor space probably began around 1000 BC. Historians imagine the first enclosure was a type of barrier used for excluding animals and marauders, perhaps in the beginning in West Asia, thereafter spreading to South and East Asia and westward in Greece and Europe. The modern word garden and yard are descended of Old English "guild", which denotes a fence or enclosure. After the emergence of first civilization, wealthy citizens began creating gardens for purely aesthetic purposes. Egyptian tomb painting of 16th century BC and some of its earliest physical evidence of ornamental horticulture and landscape design deep-seating lotus ponds surrounding by symmetrical row of acacias and palms. Another ancient tradition of Persia, Darius the Great was said to have a paradise garden, and the hanging garden of Babylon were renowned as one of the most seven wonders of ancient world. Persian gardens were designed along the central axis of symmetry. So this was a short history. We will be talk about the all history in another video. Thank you guys for watching and staying with me with the